I can still picture that night as clearly as if it had just happened. The house felt unusually still, the kind of silence that presses against your ears. Sarah and I had shared 12 years of marriage. We were raising 2 children, a son navigating middle school and a daughter who had only recently begun elementary. Our lives followed a familiar rhythm: jobs during the day, dinner together, helping with homework, reading bedtime stories. It wasn't flawless, but it was our life. That evening, the kids were already asleep. I sat in the living room folding laundry when Sarah appeared in the doorway. Her arms were folded tightly, her gaze lowered to the floor. I glanced up and smiled, assuming she wanted to chat about something ordinary, maybe plans for the weekend. "Can't do this anymore?" she said. I froze, a half-folded shirt in my hands. "Do what?" "Be with you. Live like this. I hate it. I hate being with you." Her voice wasn't loud or furious. It was level, almost empty, which somehow hurt more. The words struck slowly but deeply. I waited for more, for shouting, for tears, for an explanation. But she remained motionless. The question that had been weighing on me for months finally escaped. "Is there someone else?" She hesitated before answering in a low voice. "Yes." My stomach sank. Yet I didn't raise my voice or slam anything. I simply gave a small nod, as though she had just sent me a difficult email at work. Inside, something fractured. Outwardly, I stayed composed. "Okay," I replied. She seemed startled, as if she had expected anger or desperation. But I had spent too many nights noticing the distance between us, how she pulled away, how conversations felt strained, how her smile appeared more often for her phone than for me. The truth hadn't surprised me. It only finally had a label. I set the shirt aside. "I'll pack a bag." Her eyes widened. "What?" "I'll pack. I'll leave." A short, uneasy laugh escaped her. "You're serious?" "Yes." I walked past her into our bedroom. She trailed behind, lingering near the doorway as if unsure how to react. I pulled an old duffel bag from the closet, the one I used for fishing weekends we hadn't taken in years. I began placing clothes inside: jeans, shirts, socks, then my toothbrush, razor, and a few books I'd actually read. No slammed drawers, no raised voices. Just steady, deliberate movements. "You're really doing this," she said. "Just like that?" I partially zipped the bag. "You said you hate being with me. I heard you. I'm not going to trap you in a marriage you don't want. But the kids, I'll speak with them tomorrow. We'll work out a schedule. Co-parenting. Whatever makes sense." She stepped closer. "You're not even going to ask who it is? Or why?" I looked at her carefully. Really looked. Her hair was slightly disheveled from the day. Her eyes were red, as though she had cried earlier. A part of me wanted to hold her, to repair whatever had broken between us. But another part understood that we were already too far gone. "Does it matter?" I asked quietly. "You've made your decision. I'm making mine." She started to speak, then stopped. More softly, she said, "I didn't think you'd just walk out." "What did you expect me to do? Argue? Beg? Try to change your mind?" I lifted the bag. "I've been fighting for us for years, silently fixing problems you didn't even see. I can't battle for someone who has already checked out." I headed toward the front door. This time, she hurried after me. "Wait, where are you going?" "A hotel for now. Maybe my brother's place until I can rent an apartment." She touched my arm almost uncertainly. "This is insane. We can talk, maybe try counseling." I glanced at her hand resting on me. "You said you hate being with me. That's not something therapy erases overnight. And honestly, I'm exhausted, Sarah. I'm tired of being the only one trying." Her grip tightened. "I didn't mean it that way. I was angry, overwhelmed. The affair, it was just a tension. It wasn't serious." I gently freed my arm. You said those words and you acted on them. They don't disappear because you're afraid now. Tears rolled down her face. Please don't go. The kids need you here. They need parents who treat each other with respect, not a house filled with silence and lies. She wiped her cheeks. I know I messed up, but leaving like this, it feels so harsh. I paused with my hand on the doorknob. What would be cruel is staying and pretending everything's fine while resentment grows until we both despise each other. I don't want that, for us or for them. She wrapped her arms around herself. What if I end it with him right? Now I can call him, delete everything. I shook my head. This isn't about him. It's about us, about how you felt for months, maybe longer. You can't undo that overnight, and I can't keep pretending I didn't see it. I opened. The door and cool night air drifted inside. Her voice trembled. If you leave now, we might never fix this. Maybe, I answered. But staying won't fix it either. Not tonight. I stepped outside. She didn't follow. The door shut quietly behind me. I drove to a nearby hotel, checked in, and sat on the edge of the bed staring at the wall. My phone vibrated, a message from her. I'm sorry, I didn't want this. Please come home. I didn't respond. The next morning, I called in sick, then phoned my brother. He listened without criticism and told me I could stay with him as long as necessary. Later, I picked up the kids from school and explained that their mother and I needed some time apart to think, but that we both loved them deeply. They cried. I held them. That hurt more than anything Sarah had said. Weeks went by. We met with an attorney to file separation paperwork. We agreed on shared custody and divided everything fairly. She ended her relationship with the other man. I learned that through a mutual friend. She began therapy. So did I. Months later, she called, not to plead, just to talk. I was wrong about so many things, she admitted. I took you for granted. I convinced myself something better was out there, but it wasn't. Now I miss what we had, the real us. I listened without making promises. I'm not ready to come back, I told her, but I'm not shutting the door completely either. We both need time to heal, she wept softly. Thank you for not hating me. I don't hate you, Sarah. I just needed space to remember who I am without constantly trying to make you happy. That conversation marked a shift, not dramatic, not explosive, just honest. We aren't together again. Not yet, and maybe not ever. But we co-parent peacefully. We communicate without bitterness. The children are adjusting, and I rest easier knowing I chose calm over pretending. Sometimes strength isn't about clinging to something that's broken. Sometimes it's about stepping away with dignity, leaving a small opening for healing if it ever finds its way back. That night, I packed my bag in silence. Her response wasn't rage or relief. It was shock, then fear, then regret. And in the end, that was enough to begin something different for both of us.